Hey, Tribute Band Central, welcome to the channel. Have another installment of my band interview sessions. I am with Doug Easterly. He is vocalist for Skynfolks. They are the Lynyrd Skynyrd Tribute Band, and I am very excited to have Doug on. Welcome, Doug. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Harlan. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. Very welcome. So let's talk a little bit about Skin Folks. I'm gonna say up front, I'm a pretty big Leonard Skinner fan.
I think
Always
that's
liked
how
the
we first
music.
met, huh?
Yeah, I always liked the music. I liked some of the whole lore of Southern rock. And then the other thing is my other hobby is aviation and the
Oh,
tragic airplane crash that they were involved in. I read a lot about that, studied a lot of that also. So it was kind of in two of my hobbies, so to
yeah.
speak. And so let's talk a little bit about being in Skin Folks and what it's like doing Leonard Skinner tribute.
It's pretty cool. Being in a tribute band of any kind, I think is really neat. It's because I've been in several, and when you're paying homage to an iconic band, it just in channeling that artist and channeling the great music that they wrote, and even the chemistry on stage, and just everything together. You really get to know what the music that they wrote and came up with, and how powerful it was to yourself and to your fans and to everything.
Outstanding, outstanding. Yeah, I've had the pleasure actually of seeing Skin Folks a few months ago. And it was before I'd started the channel and was very, very impressed with the sound quality, the appearance of the band. I really do see that you fit the mold of a tribute band. I mean, it teleports you back to those shows that the band was really doing in the 70s.
Yeah.
And I give you kudos for that. How big is how many members are in the band?
Oh wow. Well, actually, technically seven.
Okay.
We have a female background singer who's phenomenal. And then we have, all three guitars. We have bass. We have all the characters of the band. We have keys, drummer, vocalist, myself. Our keyboard player sings background vocals as well. And then the eighth would be our backup singer's boyfriend, who's actually our production manager, and he, is drum tech, and so there's a lot that goes into it for sure.
So it's a big group. I mean, you're basically person for person to the actual band.
Absolutely, absolutely. Each character is represented. We even stand in the exact same positions on stage. The guitars play off each other. All three guitars are note for note. It's a really technically amazing show, and band to work with. I'm blown away what those three guys can do with those guitars and create that real Lynyrd Skynyrd arsenal.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would call it.
Yeah.
That's a good word for that. So let's talk about some of your favorite songs. To me, obviously, there's the two big anthems, Sweet Home Alabama and Freebird.
Yeah.
Um, and Freebird's a long song with a lot of instrumentation too. Not the vocals might not be quite as involved, but I think I love both of those songs. How do you like performing them? And what other songs do you really, really love singing?
Well, I really do love. I mean, Ronnie wasn't known as like this amazing vocalist. But he sang so much from the heart in his songwriting and his vocal delivery that the whole band really carries these songs and the lyrics that he writes. But I do love singing Freebird every night, just mainly because it's such an amazing anthem for America and for Southern rock in general. And our band does it amazing. They just do. It's note for note. I'm able to finish that last verse and walk off the stage and say, enjoy. And the rest of my band, Sydney and I go off stage, and the rest of the band just takes over for 8 minutes and blows the crowd away. And then I'm able to come back up with Sydney at the end of the song and do our bow and finish the show. So
Well, it's
amazing.
I certainly loved it when I got to see it, and that kind of leads me up to our next topic. I was going to give you an opportunity to kind of plug some upcoming shows.
Yeah,
And the one that I'm most excited about is the one I'm going to, which is coming up this Sunday,
this Sunday.
6:30 at Mad Life in Woodstock, Georgia.
That is
For my fans, if you are attending, please come up, say hello to me, and love to talk to you on camera. But I'll give you a chance to talk about any upcoming shows you want. I will put in the comments, I'll put links to those shows. So don't worry about it if you don't quite catch it when Doug tells us. I'll have links in there. So
yeah, I'll probably have to pull those up. But yeah, this Sunday is special. We're good friends with the owners. Been working with them for a long time, Carrie and Mike Levi, and they're great people. And she had called me semi kind of last minute and just said, we have a lot of locals here that don't go to the lake and don't go out of town and really want something to do, especially on the Sunday, 4th of July. So she offered for us to come in and do an early show. So well, that's what we're doing. We're doing the 6:30. So it's kind of after the fireworks have gone off and the hot dogs and burgers have digested and come on in and enjoy the Sunday with us and some good Lynyrd Skynyrd. So pretty excited.
absolutely. And I always appreciate the Sunday shows and kind of early. It's nice to wrap up the weekend that way and
Yeah,
get ready for the Monday work week.
yeah,
Sending the crowd out with some good feelings from the music. So
absolutely.
I am definitely looking forward to it. I cannot wait. I love Mad Life. It is just a tremendously good venue. They're very professional. The sound is always spot on.
They
And
do it very well.
yeah, I can't give them enough kudos either. It's a great place to play. All of the bands that I interview always have great things to say about Mad
Yeah,
Life. So
I figure it my as my home base. I mean, they do it right. They take care of their bands. The food's great, the drinks are great, the service is great. Sound guys are unbelievable. They could be working in anywhere, and they just do such a great job for Mad Life. So we really appreciate that as artists. So
outstanding, outstanding. Well, I have one more question for you.
yeah,
And this is kind of I pretty much ask the same type of question to all of my interviews. And what would you say to the audience if you had more than just the 5 to 15 seconds between tunes? I'm going to give you the opportunity to talk to your audience and you can say and spend as much time as you want. What would
Hmm.
you say if you had more than that 15 seconds between songs?
Wow, that's a very good question. Because as a front man, that's probably one of the hardest part of my jobs is talking to the crowd. 'Cause I'll sing in front of a million people, but talking in front of even 10 people is just tough. But I love the crowd and I love interacting with them. But it's a whole different animal. But I guess if I had to tell them, I feel a lot of times I feel their energy during the show even more than our energy on stage. And I think that transition is really cool when that happens, is we literally are being overpowered by the crowd's energy than even what we're putting out to there. We're literally pushing their energy back because we can feel it on stage. And those are the things we appreciate so much about them coming to our shows. They're supporting us, and that's the only reason we're allowed to do this for a living and keep the music alive, is because of their dedication to not only the original band but to the tribute bands that come out and the ones that really take it seriously.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that is a great answer. And from the audience perspective, which is where I'm sitting, yeah, you we get that energy too, and we get the songs bring back those memories. It's amazing how hearing a tribute band play a song that you knew when you were in high school or college, and how it can just it just puts you back into that moment
Mhm.
instantly. And I think that's what really drives people to come to these shows.
Yeah, I think the big thing in the tribute world is if you can walk into a room with a tribute band and close your eyes and feel and hear like you're hearing that actual band, in the 70s or the 80s or wherever they were at their peak.
Yeah.
That's really then you've done your job. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, let me say thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule. I
thank you.
sincerely appreciate it, Doug. Um,
Absolutely. Thank
I
you.
I can't wait to hear you on Sunday evening, and I do look forward to that. And be sure to like, share, subscribe, put any questions you have into the comments, and I will be putting up some links to future shows for Skin Folks there. This is a band worth seeing, even if you're outside the Atlanta area. It is worth a drive in to come see them because they're that good, and it's wonderful. So thank you again, and
Absolutely.
I do appreciate it.
Pleasure.
All right, take care.
All right. Take care, Harlan.
Tribute Band Central. Take care.
Tribute Band Central.